Welcome to Tarun IAS, New Delhi. In this session, we are going to discuss about general science subject in general studies for UPSC exams. As we all know that UPSC exam is a three-tier state process for selection. First process is preliminary exam. Second stage is mains exam, which is descriptive in behavior. And third one is your personality test, or you can say personal interview. Okay. In this session, we are just going to deal with the general science segment, which is the combination of mainly three subjects: biology, physics, and chemistry. Each and every year in preliminary exam, there are at least 2 to 7 direct questions, while on the other side, for mains exam, there may or may not be direct question, but definitely in all the paper of general studies, which do not include the paper of ethics, integrity and aptitude. I am just talking about GS paper 1, that is geography, history, art and culture, Indian society type of paper. Second paper, political science and society. Third paper, science, technology, economics, disaster management and environment and ecology, where geography is entirely technical subject if you are going to physical geography segment, and which will be understood by using the concept of physics as well as chemistry, right? In the society portion of GS paper 2, you can have one major issue, that is health issue. Health issue is directly related to biology portion of general science. If you are attempting question on health issues without mentioning the diseases and disorders of a particular region or zone, then definitely you will fetch out some marks. But if you are mentioning the biological impact of diseases and disorder, then definitely you will be at a positive 1 or 2 marks. And in general studies paper 3, which is a application of general science known as science and technology, each and every question of science and technology is based on the application of somehow general science. In last 3 years, the weightage of a topic called as biotechnology has been raised so far, so that 4 to 5 question has been asking by UPSC in the same paper. And without the ample amount of knowledge of biology and physics and even including chemistry, you can also fetch out average marks, but you have to fetch out extraordinary marks to be odd among the others. Is that point clear to you all or not? Now, we are going to discuss from this point of time the actual analysis of the paper and how to approach general science in a better manner. Every year in preliminary exam, the direct questions from general science, including all three subjects altogether, physics, biology and chemistry, will comprises of 2 to 7 questions directly. But if we include few other parts like society, like geography, like current affairs, like science and technology, then this entire segment will consist of at least 10 to 15 questions each and every year. And this segment is very easy to attempt. But the problem with that, there is a fear factor with this subject. While discussing the subject, I am assuring you that you will not find a single fear for this subject. So, 2 to 7 questions are direct and remaining questions are indirect. What is the literal meaning of indirect here? The literal meaning of indirect here is in a question which is based on any other topic or which is based on any other issue will comprises at least one statement, two statement or 1 or 2 points from this subject only. Is that point clear? Now, the approach to attempt this subject questions is very easy. This entire subject is current affairs oriented, or you can say it is based on current events which are occurring in last 1 or 2 years maximum. right? For example, we are going through a very crucial phase that is called as corona pandemic phase. Then there is definite chance that UPSC will ask more and more questions on microbial diseases and disorder, how to protect them, how you ensure the safety and security of society, how you remove the corruption levels in healthcare. That kind of question, when it comes to the suggestion, then it will definitely comes in mains exam. But in preliminary exam, there is 1 or 2 point for conceptual portion and remaining for the factual portion. This is the main objective of the subject, to how to approach this subject to fetch more and more marks. Now, the question in your mind comes from this point of time, from where you have to read this subject. Then I assume that you will completed your NCERTs for this subject, or you can say basic NCERTs for this subject. Afterwards, you can check it out, the video of Tarun IAS with me for general science subject. And that class recordings or classroom videos are supported by very highly qualified team prepared quality test papers. So, in this session, now from this point of time, we are going to discuss in detail what you have to study in a particular subject. Particular subject means biology, physics and chemistry, right? For biology portion, for next 3 to 4 coming years, only one thing is most important, that is microbial diseases and disorder. How to protect yourself from the infection of those microbes, right? Because corona pandemic, we are seeing such kind of pandemic in our entire life. Maybe in near future, we will not going to attend any such kind of pandemic, but this is very crucial phase. Hence, in biology portion, whenever you are going to read or whenever you are watching the lectures, then you have a special emphasis on microbial diseases and microbial disorders. If UPSC is asking the questions directly from current affairs, then there is one more strategy of UPSC, that they will be asking questions indirectly from that particular topic. If they have to ask question on diseases and disorder, they may ask you congenital disease. They may ask you the diseases by any of your lifestyle. Such kind of question will be appeared maximum in UPSC exams. So be very careful while watching all the lectures one by one. For physics, as we all know that one of our beloved scientists, Mr. Stephen Hawking, is not more with us. And he is man who said about dark matter, negative energy, antimatter. Now, when he said such kind of events or phenomena that and shows the relevance of those events, from that point of time, UPSC is asking more and more question in this topic. Means in physics, you have to learn more and more about universe, whichever taught by or researched by Stephen Hawking. For chemistry portion, any chemical which came into news in a proximity, that questions may arises in UPSC. So whatever I have told you till this point, I am going to prove it with the 3-year paper questions, whatever asked in preliminary exam of UPSC, that is from 2017, 2018 and 2019. So we are going to discuss the previous year questions of preliminary in chronological order. The question written over here is from 2019 question paper and it is based purely on current affairs. In the word Denisovan is sometime mentioned in media in reference to. In the year 2018, the month of November and December, this word arises first time in the media. Afterwards, it became the topic of discussion for next 2 to 3 months, right? And hence, they ask a very simple question. At that moment, the student, whoever, just have an idea about that, the word, can easily attempt the question. Entirely factual question, no concept is there, right? So, the option A will be fossil of a kind of a dinosaur, an early human species, a cave system found in northeast India, a geological period in the history of Indian subcontinent. The correct answer will become option B, an early human species, because at that time we get the result of the researches done on the evolution of humans. That is, the correct answer is option B. Next question is, what is Cas9? Cas9 means CRISPR, cluster regularly interspaced short palindromic repeat associated protein 9. That is often mentioned in news. It is the bridge question of biology and biotechnology. Whenever you are studying biology, then you have to understand about the type of protein, type of RNA, type of DNA, and at that moment you will be able to understand the technology of Cas9, right? The main objective of Cas9 is to cut the gene of a particular segment and show it to the targeted gene, right? So let's check out the option. A molecular scissor used in targeted gene editing. This may be a answer. A biosensor used in the accurate detection of pathogens in patient. I told you, it is used for cutting of gene, right? So option B will not be there. A gene that makes plant pest resistant? No. A herbicidal substance synthesized in generally modified crops? No. The option A suits best for this question. Next question for 2019 paper. This is the third question of 2019 paper. Which of the following statements is not correct? Option A. Hepatitis B virus is transmitted much like HIV. Then you have to know about hepatitis B. And there are one more kind of hepatitis C, that is hepatitis B. Unlike hepatitis C, does not have a vaccine. Now, first of all, you have to know that hepatic cells are basically of liver cells. Means the disease or disorder related to liver will be called as hepatitis. And there are various degrees of hepatitis A, B, C and so on. But most commonly in India, the most common kind of hepatitis is either hepatitis A or hepatitis B or hepatitis C, right? So, third will be globally the number of people infected with the hepatitis B and C viruses are several times more than those infected with HIV. Some of those infected with the hepatitis B and hepatitis C virus do not show the symptoms for many years. That is never been possible. Hepatitis will show their symptoms instantly. Globally, the number of infected people from HIV is more, not for hepatitis B and C. Although hepatitis patients are more in India, right? That's why this option will not be the correct answer. Hepatitis B virus is transmitted like HIV. Answer is no. Because hepatitis B cannot be transmitted sexually, while HIV virus can be transmitted sexually. So option A will become wrong. The answer will be hepatitis B, unlike hepatitis C, does not have a vaccine. This is the statement true, and at that time that was the current affairs. Means you have to understand about a disease and you have to include a current affair. Next question will be, from again 2019 paper. Recently, scientists observed the merger of a giant black hole billions of light years away from the Earth. What is the significance of this observation? I already told you this question is from physics, and I already told you if they are going to ask the questions from physics, then you have to read about Mr. Stephen Hawking and their related phenomena. Stephen Hawking told about gravitational waves. That is the correct answer. Now, moving to the next question, that was from 2018 paper. Tick. Again, this question from physics only. Tick. Consider the following phenomena. Light is affected by gravity. The universe is constantly expanding. Matter warps its surrounding space-time. Which of the above statements is our prediction of the Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity, often discussed in media? Why Albert Einstein's theory of relativity was in news? Because due to Mr. Stephen Hawking, right? And all these three statements according to UPSC are correct, although few scholars contradict with point 3, but the official answer of UPSC will say all three are correct. Okay. Next one is again from 2018. Consider the following: birds, dust blowing, rain, wind blowing. Which of the above spread plant diseases? 1 and 3, 3 and 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 3 and 4. All such processes which are media of pollination will spread plant disease. Birds, pollination के लिए responsible. Dust blowing is also responsible for pollination. Rain and wind blowing, all are responsible for pollination. Hence, all are responsible for spreading plant disease. Answer is 1, 2, 3 and 4, option D. Again, question from 2018 will appear. Which of the following leaf modifications occurs in the desert areas to inhibit water loss? If there is a water loss, then you have to just remember one statement of mine. The vacuole portion or the permanent vacuole portion of the plant cell will be modified as per the location. In this vacuole is either waxy to preserve transpiration or release of water in the air, right? So hard and waxy leaves will be there. Tiny leaves, obviously, right? Leaves gets shorter and may get converted into spines. Thorns instead of leaves, answer is absolutely correct. The correct answer will be all of the above. Next question is from 2017 paper. Consider the following statements in tropical regions. Zika virus disease is transmitted by the same mosquito that transmits dengue. Sexual transmission of Zika virus disease is possible. Which of the statements given above is correct? See, Zika virus was in news in 2016 and 2017 duration. Hence, such kind of question will appear in the paper. In recent days, maybe or may not be, you will be able to understand about Zika more because Corona is in news. New kind of virus. But in this session, both 1 and 2 are correct. Next question is again from 2017 paper. Which of the following statements is correct? Viruses can infect bacteria, fungi, plants. Select the correct answer using code. Which of the following statements is correct? Virus can infect fungi, bacteria and plants. Correct answer is all of the above. Right. See, these two questions appear directly in 2017 papers. 3 questions appeared in 2018 paper and 5 questions appeared in 2019 paper. Means they are continuously expanding. Entire UPSC will ask you question in a sinusoidal wave form, so that till in this year the question may rise, the content of question may rise, the number of question may rise. So all the best. Thank you very much.